Hello, welcome. In this video I'm going to look at the new field that's been added to version 6.05. It's another formula which I've called the interactive formula because you can actually enter into it and change data within it. The existing two formulas all rely on other fields to supply its data and perform a calculation. This one allows all the data to be inside the formula, so you don't clog your template up with unnecessary fields. It comes with a few presets which I've put together for CAVAT and tempo and stuff, but of course you can create your own or modify those that are there. So the best way is just to do a quick demo on how to import. If you go to the options, adjust fields, the functions, import single system field file, and it will give you a list of those which are available. This is February 2026, so this list may get bigger as other things come along to add, but these are the ones that can be currently imported, and if you click on one it will just give you a few details about it. I'll go through all the different CAVATs in a minute. So let's import, say, tempo, which is by Julian, and it's for assessing TPOs in the UK. So if I select that, it loads it in, gives you the option to change the names. Click OK. I'm just going to move it up so it's next to the name. Okay, so it's appeared here in this column. And if you edit the header, this is where you can just sort of build it, create lists for it, and change colours, etc. So I'll just click OK. So actually using it, you would just click on it, and if the box is red, it means you need to add some data. So you'd click off the lists. It builds a score, opens up another one, and you get a score at the end. And it's as simple as that. So before, with the other formula types, you'd have to have a field for this, 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 and this, and this, and they'd all have to go in, and it's a lot of extra fields which are unnecessary, so it's all placed in this one unit. So to describe the other ones, rather than load each one in, I shall just revert to a file which has got them all in. So I've put them all in here. Heliwell, a very simple carbon calculation for trees, and then you've got the CAVATs, tempo threats. And most are just clicking boxes, but some you have to add values as well. So let's look at Heliwell. Heliwell has a sort of base value which you may need to adjust each year. I think you can go on the AA website and it tells you what the current valuation base value is, and you would adjust it in the header. So you would click on this one and put in the new value, and then it's much the same. It's selecting boxes for it to arrive at a score. Obviously anything 0, it's going to kill it off, kill off the value. Then you've got Heliwell Woodland, the carbon one. Tempo we've already looked at, and threats, which is the Julian's risk evaluation. So it's quite quick to use. So let's look at the CAVATs. Again, the CAVATs require a value, base value. They call it the unit value factor. It's £24.82. I think that's 226 the current year, but it may have changed. But again, you need to edit it in the header if it changes. So the CAVAT quick method, QM, is basically selecting boxes again. They do their diameters in centimeters, and then you're just selecting boxes as before, and it gives you a sort of valuation of the tree. The full method is a lot more intense, a lot more boxes, and you can also have multiple stem diameters. So with this box at the top, you can expand it and enter in up to 10 multiple values, and they're in centimeters again. Or if you just want to use one value, you can put one value in, or just put the override value in, which will take over whatever's already been put in the other one. So this works the same. The only difference with this is a canopy completeness factor. And again, with all these systems, you need to go and read the documents on the websites, the CAVAT website, Helliwell website, and Julian's websites. But it's quite complicated. But it needs a crown completeness factor, which comes from another formula where you compare expected crown and actual crown and gaps within it to arrive at some percentage value. You then take that and stick it in the full value. It's all a bit heavy really, so you'd have to manually put the value in here. Those who use CAVAT will know what I'm talking about. The next one is the CAVAT full with the canopy completeness factor built in. So let's find one where I've actually filled the data in. So again, you've got the single or multiple stems. These are spaced apart because I was just testing the program, but it doesn't matter where they go. And then if you expand the completeness factor, you can actually fill all the data in, and it will arrive at the percentage, which then goes in, rather than you needing to go and calculate it elsewhere. It'll do it for you in one. And the next one is the same as that, except it will also read field data. So if you're out on site doing a tree survey anyway, and you've already got diameters, heights, spreads, canopy spreads, and crown heights, sort of canopy, lower canopy height, it makes sense to automatically put these in. So for instance, with this, I can't enter any data because they're fixed to read the stem diameter. So in this case, it's got 550. If we look at this line here, the diameter is 550. So it's automatically reading them in, so you don't need to do anything. And with the canopy completeness factor, if I expand that, this field-based CAVAT, I've called it type 1, it's got a number 1, because it will only take in field data for the actual crown. You would have to enter the expected crown. So as you can see, with the actual crown, it's taken in 13. I can't change that because it's read it in from the height, which is over here on the right, and then it's taken in the crown height, and then it's taken in all the spreads. So it's done all those calculations itself. You have to do a few settings, and then it will give you the value, and then you have to enter manually the expected crown data, and it will come in and enter the value. But because I haven't completed it, it's got an error, so it's saying the data's not defined yet. Of course, you can override it if you want and avoid all that if you know that it's 50%, or it seems to me that a lot of people just use 100%, then you can enter it manually. So the next version is the same as the FD1. The FD2 actually takes in expected data as well from fields. So for instance, over here I've got ultimate canopy spreads, ultimate crown height, lower crown height, and ultimate height. So this one actually takes in ultimates and actuals for this completeness data stuff. So it's up to you how you know what your template is set up, what data you're using. You know, you can literally just go out with a CAVAT and nothing else, no other data in the template, just the CAVAT, and enter it all manually. But the options are there, and choose whichever's best for you. And this is sort of brand new, done over the last few weeks, so it may have problems with it. I may have made mistakes in these formulas. If I have, let me know and we'll put them right. But it was quite a complicated procedure, integrating the CCF into the CAVAT full. So I am expecting that maybe I've cocked something up, but who knows, it may be perfect. But anyway, thanks for watching and see you on the next one.